And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Currency Show, where currency is our currency. And look who we have back, the beautiful co-host, How To Mama. Yay! Welcome back, Mama.
Thank you.
Yes, it's always good to see you. And so we also have a special guest today, Kiana Bilal. And so the name of the show is Melanin Feminine Magic. And this sister of mine I met on my journey, and she's a dear friend. And I invited her on today to talk about some of her growth spiritually and her journey and all that good stuff. So yes, have the floor, Kiana.
All right. How do we where, when, and how do we start? So, man, I have always been spiritual, but I never knew what was going on. And I didn't know how to find myself, So, I reached out to a few spiritual advisors and I got some help. And I've been getting readings for the last, it's been about 5 years now. And, oh man, let's see, I am a Leo, sun sign. I am a Libra rising and a Pisces moon. Yes. Where'd you guys go? I want to see you.
Okay, Mama.
Right now. It's all about you.
There we go. I feel like I'm talking to myself.
I'm here with you.
Oh, we're paying attention. You have the floor.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Help me out here. I don't know where to go. Like, what direction are we going?
So you were saying that you always felt you were a spiritual person, and that you enlisted the help of like guides and getting readings and all of that. Mm-hmm. So in doing that, like, where did it lead you to the point do you feel like you're good at like manifesting things? Spiritually, what are your spiritual gifts? What would you say are your spiritual gifts?
Oh, okay. Thank you for that. So yes, I was just told, and I've always known that I have a gift of talking to animals. I can always feel their pain. I also read people in their feelings, and
yeah, this is honest to God, the truth, people. That part.
Yes. I can kind of place them where they are, in their spiritual journey. And it's always speaking from experience, I've been through a lot. So it's like, whoa, I can always see the other side and see both sides of everything. So, what else? Man, I'm a spiritual healer, so I'm a massage therapist. This is why my mind is fogged all day. I have not had a chance to settle down and actually release all of the energies that I picked up from today. I actually left my spray and everything at home today. So I literally ran in and hopped right online. I have it here, so I am going to burn her as we speak. Maybe she can help me. Maybe she can help me relax. Yes. So, yeah, so I'm a healer and I'm just like attracted to pain. Yes, as a child, I was 9 years old, catheterizing my grandmother, and I couldn't understand why they gave me the power. That was the first time I realized that I had power in my family and I was the one, per se, for my family. At 9 years old, I couldn't understand. She was paralyzed from the waist down, um, and my mom and I didn't get along too well. So that was my get out. So I stayed with my grandmother. Um, but yeah, just to have that responsibility at 9. Um, and then I lost my dad at 10. He was killed in my school parking lot. But he always gave me the power. He would talk to me as if I was one of his friends, and I would always look at him like, "What are you talking about?" And then when I started on my spiritual journey, I all the questions that I had for him were answered through my spiritual journey. Like, there was always a dot 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 that he left me, and it was filled in. Um, Yes, I was able to place myself, like I said, in my family, to know that I'm the one that has all the answers, the healing, the diets, I'm in control. Everyone looks at me. No one's ever questioned me, and everything that I've done is like, whoa, you're so crazy. You're the rebel of the family.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, nah, I just do what I want to do. Yeah, so that leads me to speak on my religion as a child. My dad came from Kansas. My mom was from Maryland. He came to Maryland from Kansas, made my mom change her name. Um, and then you have the Bilals. They had 2 kids, and then you have this one four-home family. He was a Muslim. He took me to the masjid, didn't explain anything to me. He, just took me there. Like, the females were on one side, the males were on another side. I didn't understand what was going on. I looked up, and one of the sisters pushed my head down, and I was like, whoa, I got offended because, no one explained anything to me. It was definitely a dogmatic situation, but, you know. Um, I left, went downstairs to the bar, and after the service, my dad and everyone lost it, couldn't find me. Make a long story short, I told him I never wanted to go there again, and I did not have to practice as a Muslim any longer, because, just if you don't explain anything, I can't make logic out of something that doesn't make sense to me. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah, so. My God has always been love. Like, that's where I've always gone to. And if I share my love, even from being on my mom's side with studying Christianity for a while, it's like, okay, I get it. It all means the same thing. It's all love. If you just spread love, you'll get the same back, and the world will be okay. So yeah.
Well, you spoke about your ability to place people where they are.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Mm. Good question. Good question. Oh man. So I guess it would be the same as if, like, speaking for a dog, I can see what people would like to say. I can, like, kind of read what they would like to have said, or what they said. I can kind of hear it sometimes. It's like, oh wow, okay, you know,
Yeah.
pretty loud, or it's in a gesture, or but it just speaks to me. So if
Mm-hmm.
you know.
So you're like a Dr. Do a lot. Right? Like, you got Dr. Doolittle, the animals talking, all that kind of stuff. Like Dr. Do Lot.
Yes. Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Oh, that's
Yes.
cool.
Yes. And I bore witness to her gift of magic of that part. And right on. She is very much right on. And her healing hands is another gift that I've, experienced as well. And so she's just an all around powerhouse, mama. And I'm so thankful that our worlds have collided on my own spiritual journey as well as hers. And that was a thing I'll never forget as well. And we've been inseparable ever since. Yes, that part.
Thank you.
Care to share?
What
I
just
mean, you care to share? Like, what are you talking about? I'm sorry.
what met? I met this beautiful young lady. I had a Earth Day celebration at Gunnison Beach in New Jersey. It is a nude beach, as we spoke on before the show. Um, yes, I am a nudist.
As am I. Yes, that
Yeah.
part.
So
When I go in the shower, as am I. Don't want to get my clothes wet.
Good one.
yes, that's where we met on this
Okay.
spiritual journey. There was a retreat going on. Um, I don't even remember the name of it. I didn't participate. I just came up for my celebration, and then I actually drove back down the same night. But there was some type of sexual retreat going on that they rented an Airbnb. And Angel, you stayed.
Yeah, I did, and it was a lot of conversation actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about sexuality and exploring that and consent and what that means, and how it all ties into spirituality, understanding self, knowing self, inner and outer, um, just the journey, and how being naked, literally, spiritually, and being vulnerable, how that all plays into, you know, having true understanding of self. Because if you are covered up, you're not exposed, and then where's the truth? It's buried. So when you expose yourself in such a way to the truth, you see yourself in the reflection of that truth, then you can therefore share that truth in truth and love. So that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm okay. That. So I hear a lot about this healing hands. Tell us
Yeah.
about that. Like, how do you? It sounds like you're very intuitive.
Yes.
Maybe even beyond that, for lack of a better word, I'll just say, intuitive, being able to like communicate without the traditional form of communication, hand gestures, words, or what have you. It sounds like it's on another realm. So with the healing hands, like what is that all about? Like how are you healing people in that aspect?
So I'm honest, it happens subconsciously, honestly. I'm just drawn to the pain. I'll find myself going back as I'm doing the massage, I'll find myself going back to, what I can feel is a tight muscle or just pain somewhere within that area. Um, there was one instance where I had a client to scream after she got up on the off of the table to her husband, and she goes, "Babe, she held my foot," and I was just like, what was that about? Because she scared the hell out of me screaming. Um, and she told me that she's like, "You didn't even know my foot was broken." And I was like, "No, I didn't know." But so for some reason, I just kept going back to her foot to draw the pain out. And it's a process. It's not your normal massage that I do. It's actually like drawing the pain out. So with the long guided strokes that I use, I'm actually saying a ritual as I'm releasing the pain. Um, and yeah,
Magic.
just have honestly it's and I don't feel it until I leave, and I was it's different times where I just like, whoa, why was that so draining? Then I'll realize like, whoa, and then from their reviews or whatever, it's just like, whoa, that was the best massage I've ever had. It was a totally different experience from the other 100 massages that I've had, so I actually got my name from my reviews, the gifted hands. Is all of the clients, like my first 50 clients, were like, "Yep, that's a gift," and I was just like, "Damn, you know what? That's so true." So yes, so that's
Yes.
where the healing hands come in.
Hands. I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing, but the gifted hands.
No, you're fine.
I did. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, they're healing, that's for sure. Sounds like it. I guess I'm going to have to come on down to Maryland and try. Now, oh, this is what I want to know because just listening to you, you were saying that when you are massaging, you'd ask yourself like, oh, why was that so draining or what have you. So, what do you like? Do you have to do things to like fortify yourself? Like, are you like taking on people's energy and then you have to release it, and if so, like what do you do, how do you do that?
So I release most of it as I am guiding it down the body, and I literally throw it off of my hands at the end of the glide. I would say, free from the person's name. You can free yourself from this pain now, and me. Um, Man, it's a whole thing. So when I come to the car, I usually sage myself and I'll meditate for about 5 minutes between each client's. Um, yeah, it can get pretty heavy sometimes. Not knowing what type of energy you're dealing with or releasing. So yeah.
You do a lot of rituals.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's kind of like essential to the job that you do. I mean, we're all healers in our own respect because you and I, Jamila, we work in the healthcare field, and that's a lot of energy we take on as well. you know,
Mm-hmm.
so we do magic all the time.
My grandmother, she would always say, all the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and each man in his own time plays many parts. Of course, that's William Shakespeare, but my grandma used to tell me that all the time. And yeah, I actually love taking care of people. It's something that I could do for free, and I love it. And I make a living doing it, and it doesn't even feel like work. I'm like, I'm getting paid for this. Like, this is something. It doesn't even feel like really I should get paid, but of course I should get paid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You should get paid for all of your wisdom.
Yes. That
Mhm.
part.
Mhm.
But the other thing, for me, like because you're talking about like dealing with energies, and I work in people's homes. Angel, you work in people's homes,
We all
and
do because she goes to homes too. Yeah.
oh, you go to home. So
She
when
travels.
you're
Yeah.
so when you're in people's homes, it's like they've got their own family dynamic,
Yeah.
going on, all this like crazy energy happening. And what I always say, I've been doing this work for like 17 years. I'm like, I always tell myself before I go in, I'm like, be like a piece of furniture, useful and quiet.
Mhm.
Right? So that's like my thing. I'm just the furnishing here. But the other part of what I'm saying, like, it's for me, it's like it's an acting job because part of it is an acting job. Because of course the skill set, that kind of thing, and taking care of people, that's real, that comes from the heart. But then the energy that you're getting, a lot of times it's negative, or it's misguided. It doesn't have anything to do with me, or with this outside person that's coming in. It's like the furniture, like it doesn't have anything to do with that. It's all the stuff that's going on in their life, in their lives. And so, I just that's my thing. I'm like, it's an acting job, so I don't get offended by anything they say. I never feel like, oh, I have to show how smart I am. If they're saying something and it's wrong, like I will, just try to like guide them to the right answer. But if I see that them getting this pushback, I'm just like, okay, you just, for me, I just, I let it go. But this whole thing with the energy and being able to release it and not take it on, that is a quite a skill. And so that's why I say it's an acting job. And it's magic. Like I feel like I need to block. You know what I mean?
Like wax on, wax
Yeah.
off.
Okay, my force feels like, okay, time to fortify the force field, you know. And another thing that I do is I do a lot of reading. Like when I'm not actually like working and I'm just sitting around, I'm reading. I'm reading my Quran. I'm reading something. And I find that to be, you know, helpful as well. But yes, this whole thing with energy, maybe I need to carry a smudge to work. And when they start getting on my nerves, maybe I need to go outside and do a little something. I don't know. Do you think that would be helpful, Miss Bilal? Oh, Miss Bilal, busy, honey.
Yeah, but me personally, because I've been dealing with some heavy energy of like anxiety, and that is not a thing to want to take on. So I'm always in my own world because I got my earbuds in my ears and I'm listening to music, whether it's a meditation music, smooth jazz, or whatever I need, I listen to, and I just be dancing in my own world. I get the job done. I do my job. I take care of my clients. I do all that part, but I have to disconnect from their energy because if I get caught up in that part, I'm feeling it. I'll never forget one day I was leaving the client and I was in the car because I talk to myself a lot. And I was like, this person has a lot of anxiety. And that is what it is that I have to deal with. And this is why she is the way she is. And I'm just like, no wonder I'm always in my own world because of the anxiety level is like through the roof, like beyond the roof. And I just be sitting there and I just be paying attention to her, but ignoring her at the same time, if that makes sense, because I see her, I pay attention to her with her needs, but that energy that is coming towards me, I have to ignore that and block that because she tries to push it on you, unbeknownst to you, by conversation, by questions, and those things, because she wants you to feed into her anxiety of where she's at that moment. And I can't do that. I can't go there with her because I just know where it's going to go. And I just be like,
she's just projecting.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, projecting and looking for a receptacle to pour her garbage into. Like,
Thank
right.
you.
It also,
I'm not the receptacle.
yeah,
Nope.
I feel like a psychologist. I'm a massage therapist. I'm a mama. I'm a daddy. Listen, going into these people's houses, you never know what role or act you're gonna have to play for that day. You know, so I can relate.
That's so true.
Very much.
Yeah, I was saying maybe I need to carry a smudge to work, and when it gets real hot in the kitchen, maybe go outside.
Or just meditate for 2 minutes. Sometimes it only takes 2 minutes to woosah, and just ground yourself, come back to you. Just like, I understand what you're going through, whatever it may be. The answers will come to you. Just take 2 minutes and ask the universe, like, what am I to do?
That is so, you know what? But you just said about that, it's so true. It's not, we really don't, I mean, it's okay and it's a good thing to be able to gain wisdom from like elders and people that have experiences that you have not, it's helpful.
Yeah.
Like what you said, like the answers are out there. Like it's already in us. So when you take that time, those 2 minutes.
2 minutes is all.
To remember what's really, to rejoin with the ancestors, was deeply encoded in your DNA. And it's like, right, Lisa.
And like you said, just be that couch. I'm here. You have in my case, you have me for an hour, whatever you need.
Right.
2 minutes.
But you know what? It's funny. I figured that out about 16 years ago. I'm like, nope, I'm the furniture. I'm useful and quiet. I don't want it because they want to get you involved and all this stuff. No, I'm not here for that.
I love that analogy. I'm going to use that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Yes,
All right. I gotta eat
yes,
it. Ginger snaps.
it's all good. But since we're in this new energy of this new year, and we are in the Aquarius and Gemini energy.
I said the Aquarius moon.
Yes, that
Yeah.
part as well.
Mm.
Um, I know, and I'm sure that you two can attest to this part as well. Like us being Moabites, feminine, melanin, magic women, you know, it's gonna come to the point where we have to step up and know ourselves enough to know that we're part of the solution to healing this whole entire world and this nation, especially the Moors, because it started with us and it's gonna end with us, and everything comes full circle, and so like we have to come together, unite, and vibrate on such a frequency that is within us and tapping into our ancestors to to lead the way to healing, because it's so critical in this juncture of healing. We see it on the news every day, like people are going bananas, and they don't know where to search, they don't know where to go, and it's like we have to like be the example of what that looks like, and that can be draining as well too sometimes, but it's important. But it's like it's part of the mission of who we are, as you know, as we come into that part in that role. And it's like we have to find a balance and how to be who we are, take care of self, and then still carry on the mission for the nation.
Yes. Yes. That's what this Aquarius moon is about.
Mm,
Emotional freedom. Yes. Emotional freedom, such as fear, anger, and jealousy. You just release it. Just let
When
it.
was the Aquarius moon?
It's now.
It's now because I cried all day like 2 days ago. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
uh, getting to what you're talking about with the divine feminine, I find myself um, gravitating more toward that. Like for this whole thing that happened on the Capitol last week, and um, you know, that was the last time I actually watched like TV other than Netflix. There is a show that I watch on Netflix. It's all Moorish science, and I watch it, whatever. But the last time I like watched TV, like the news and all of that, was that day. And I'm like, you know what? This frequency is just too base. Like it is too base for me to like be listening to this stuff. And I'm not a big news watcher anyway. This is really I was at my mother-in-law's house and the news was on. So I'm not the person that turn on the TV to see what's going on in the world. This thing was on, and then of course it was like intriguing. Like what are they doing? It seemed like an act. It didn't even seem real. But my point of that is the mothers. We need to raise our frequency. We
yeah.
need to get divine order. I mean, I'll just share something, personal about myself. I'm a person that I have a lot of patience, and it's like, let's say we have a tall cylinder, and you just keep dumping stuff in it, and then when it gets to the top, then I pop. Right? That's me, and I've not been doing that. Like I
Mm,
had to raise my vibration. So people are trying to fill up my cylinder and try my patience and all that. And I find myself being just extremely calm, or like
mm,
changing the station, like changing the channel, like, no, I'm not, we're not watching that, that kind of thing. And
yeah.
it's nothing that I have to say. it all has everything to be about what I'm doing. It's divine. It's really divine.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
it's me, but it's not me. And that's the way we're going to affect the change. It's like if we don't do it, mothers, we are the ones that have to do it. We can't respond to everything because like your children, they do stuff, they get on your nerves or what have you. If you act crazy like them, like what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be all the way up here in control, right?
Yep.
And they get in line, like you give them that look, like then they know, like, oh, you know what? Let me straighten up, that kind of thing. So I find that I'm not even, I have a few crazy people that are in my life that like to pop all the time, and I am not responding to it.
Yes.
I'm not responding. I'm quiet, and not quiet in the sense of like it's a weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Quiet in the sense of it's a strength. Like conscious weakness exhibits a strong attitude. So when you have conscious weakness, you want to argue all the time, your anxiety, and you know whatever. You're like rah rah rah. But conscious strength exhibits a weak attitude, and that's where I feel that I am in this moment. Like I'm not responding to that. That is just too. The frequency on that is so low. It's not even on my radar. That kind of thing. So
Yeah, I can't even hear it. It's so low. Like, yeah, I see it, but I don't hear it.
Right. And I find myself saying, relax. And I'm so relaxed. I'm like, relax. Because if you don't relax, I can't talk to you. This conversation's over.
Yes. Or you go back to your music in your head, or you put your earbuds back in, and you just be like, yeah, I'm gonna dance on over here. Thank you very much.
Right. Let me raise the frequency. Let me change the channel.
That's the energy that we used to take on, and you didn't even realize what it was that was draining you.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting there, being that listening ear, really feeling it in your heart, not even understanding that you're going to take that same energy right out that door with you, and possibly project it onto someone else, and don't even understand what's going on.
Absolutely project it
Yeah.
onto someone. Right. Because you got to do something with the energy.
Sometimes we hold it inside. Sometimes, just like you said, inside that cylinder, and you've held it in for, it could be years that you've held it in, right? So you just don't, you no longer hold it in, and you let everything go. You release it, even at the end of the night. If you're not able to get it out all day, yes, get you some spiritual soap, honey. Rub that third eye, get the back of your neck, your hands, your feet. Protect
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Ground yourself.
That dirt off your shoulders down. Right?
Yes. Yep. Return to sender. No more trauma. No more drama.
Yes.
Right.
All of that.
My favorite mantras. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So mantras, how important are mantras?
Oh, very. The same way, I guess, like Angel says, she's called it talking to herself, but I call it a mantra. Like it's just daily, I'm talking, whatever it may be. Like, I saw you, bitch, not today. Can't tell me anything.
Not today.
Somebody cut in front of you, cut you off, is this I rebuke that little silly spirit coming this way, whatever it may have been that tried to tick you off, get you there, piss you off before you were getting where you going, so
Yeah.
rebuke it. Yeah, it'll bounce off of you.
I always say, I'm too quick for your slow games today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, right, exactly. Like, I'm too quick for that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes,
really true.
mm-hmm.
Very true.
Our divine energy, get into the divine energy and change things just from like a look and just not engaging. I see that that's really important. And I guess like when you're massaging people, you're not you're healing them, so you're being directed to wherever their pain is or wherever the energy needs to be released. But then you're like, all right, like, all right, you
Can't
need to
go
go.
with me. Yeah, that energy has to go somewhere, but it can't go with me. So
Right, right.
go ahead and
So
send it on over to whoever's accepting it.
right.
This is shoot it off to whoever wants it, but it can't come this way. And then
Yeah.
I protect myself with the sage. I also wear a lot of beads and stones, and I carry them with me. They're in my wallet. Um, this is a Celtic knot, and it means just finding the way. So, yeah, I just a lot of spirituals I protect. I sage my stuff, my bracelets, all of my stones. I clean them in the moon, in the sun. Certain ones can be cleaned and charged in the moon and in the sun. So I just keep up with those are my babies.
Yeah. And yourself. Don't forget self as well, because like
Yes.
self-care is quintessential in all of this ritual, spiritual work. And though, I know when I do my spiritual work, it is for self, but you still got to still take care of self in the process of doing your ritual work, because even doing ritual work, it can become very taxing on your body. And you still got to, you know, do after you do your ritual work, you have to like meditate and then release that as well. And some people don't even know that that's a thing. Like, and like, I don't know, like after I do my bath, I'll be like, I'll meditate on it, and then I'll breathe and do whatever else after that, because you're receiving energy when you're doing that ritual work, and that's a lot, you know. So you have to still find the energy that that you're receiving is part of the work as well, and then yeah, y'all are getting what I'm saying.
Yes. When you open those pores, which are the portals.
Yeah.
Good. Yes. You have to protect it. So that's why I always shower, I cleanse, and then I do another ritual outside of the shower
Yeah.
to set all intentions for the next day. Also, to remember my dreams. I haven't been remembering my dreams as much as I would like to. So I'm now doing a mantra before I go to sleep. To remember my dreams, I actually just made up a song that I just sing before I go to sleep. And last night I remembered my dream. I set an alarm, and I woke up at 4 a.m. and I wrote
Mm.
that dream down and went back to sleep. And I didn't remember waking up to write it down when I got up this
Wow.
morning. Yeah, so that was great. That was a
That's
study
dope.
in psychology. Yeah, where we had to wake up 4 times and write down our dreams.
Mm.
hmm It really helps. It's interesting, the things that you don't remember.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that sleep is when you're communicating with the other side, and that's another spiritual experience that people they don't even pay attention to either. Like
Mhm.
that's the thing.
That's where I want to connect a lot deeper. So
Mm.
I can lucid dream and, control everything. I'm ready. I'm ready to travel that next room, see where I go, what kind of answers I get, who I run into. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. So get in there.
Yes, yes. And then sometimes like you wake up from your sleep and that dream, and then you find yourself more tired than you went to sleep because you've had the experience there, and so all that energy took energy, and so you're supposed to be rested, but you're not necessarily rested because all the energy you exerted.
Mhm.
That's the thing. I know that's for me anyway.
Well, not so much because if you meditate and you relax your body, you will actually relax while sleeping and lucid dreaming.
Well, I guess I don't know what I'm doing wrong or right, but I just sometimes like go to sleep and then I wake up not being all of that energized because I've been traveling and doing other things while I'm
Because you don't really come in, you hop right onto the computer, you bounce from one thing to the next, and then you crash. So your body or your mind never has a chance to relax and slow down. It's
Yeah.
continuing with the cycle and whatever it may be. You keep your phone on, your ringer at night, so it could be the phone and you hop up. So no, you have to allow yourself that. You just spoke it, Miss Self-care.
I know, right? I told you I talk to myself.
I don't trust anybody that doesn't talk to themselves. My daughter's like, "Oh, you're talking to yourself." I was like, "I don't trust anybody that doesn't." Yes, it's an important thing.
Yeah.
Self, right? I gotta talk to myself because I got questions and need answers. I have to talk to
I can
myself.
ask myself, I won't get them.
There you go. No,
And I'm sorry if you have to be around when I ask them, but I ain't sorry.
Never sorry.
Yeah, you know.
oh, goodness.
Oh man.
Divine feminine energy. Oh my goodness, we had another point that I wanted to hit on this evening. Did we talk about manifestation?
Yes, I was just.
That is, yeah, manifestation. I will just give a little brief history. Very brief. Try. I manifested. I used to manifest everything, like everything that I wanted. I manifested, like my daughter, my career path, my business, the thing, just with even material things that I wanted.
How old's your daughter? Sorry to hop in there.
How old is she?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, 21.
Oh, sorry. Why'd you get out of the camera for that one?
I'm trying to figure out which way I gotta go to begin the show. It's like, all right. 21.
Good. Just trying to get an idea how long you've been manifesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 21. And I remember just really briefly, like when I didn't watch TV, I didn't have a TV. There were just so many things that just weren't on my radar. And I remember my girlfriend took me out to like in a car someplace that I didn't even want to go because I didn't have any money on me. And she's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna buy you lunch or whatever." I don't like that. Like I'm not like a control freak, but I at least want to have my mad money, all of that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to go with you. I don't have any money. And she's like, "No, come on, whatever." Anyway, we get out to this place, and she's completely ignoring me. She's like, "I'm gonna buy you lunch." She didn't buy me lunch. She took me out of my house, all this crazy stuff. So I'm like, all right. So then I just stood there. I was very quiet, and I just focused. And I was saying, the people were working like in the cafeteria or whatever. And I was like, I would like something to eat. And I want something to eat. And I'm telling you, it was like I was communicating, and this man took my phone call. Like I was communicating my mind, and it's just like, bing. The man walked up to me, okay, this crowded cafeteria, and said, "Would you like something to eat?" And I was like, "Yes." And he took me around to everything. He must have this, whatever. Then he walked me past. He worked there. He walked me past the cash register, and is like, "Okay, enjoy your meal. Would you like a drink?" I was like, "Yes." "What would you want?" I told him whatever. Brought me a drink back. I mean, that happened like in a matter. It couldn't even have taken a minute, but it was like I put out a mental phone call and he answered. And I never saw him again. He didn't try to get my number. Nothing. So and then in the other day, I was sun gazing, and the sun was talking to me, but not like we're talking. It was communicating. Let me say that the sun was communicating with me, and I'm like, right. So I am getting more connected. See, back then I didn't have TV, none of those things. I didn't have enough. My frequency was high, and so now it's like, oh, okay. That the TV, the televised through vision, that is the problem. It's like this low frequency thing coming into your life and really taking over your life. So, and I taught my daughter how to do it. It wasn't even a talk. I was just a talk. She wanted me to buy her some Beyonce tickets. I'm like, I just had my son. I'm like, I'm not buying you Beyonce tickets. They were like $400. And she was like crying. I was like, listen, you need to figure this out. Okay. I said, use your power and manifest. Didn't she get 3 tickets to the Beyonce? Like, she got 3 tickets. She got 3 tickets to Beyonce. And she was, how old was she? She was like 14. And so my point of what I'm saying is this is a power that we all have. Mm-hmm. Because this is something that is coded in our DNA. This is not like I'm not special with this. But what I will say is, you know, how many people are out here thinking that they can make their dreams come true? Mm-hmm. People don't really think that. They think, oh, I've got to get a degree. I got to do this. I got to do that. All of this stuff, which these are great things to get, I guess.
That part, I guess.
You know what? Because some people, they're so smart, you can't help them. Like there's nothing with them. They're so smart, they're stupid. Mm-hmm. So, you know, so that's not a good
place
that's
to be at.
No, it's really not. Mm-hmm. But this power of manifesting things, it's like you don't need anything outside of yourself. Like this here, between these, you know, the temples here, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're using, right, the third eye. We're using 10% of it. Okay. I might have been using 12% when I made my mental phone call and it was just going out. He just answered the call. He just like, and he walked right up to me in this private place and was like, would you like something to eat? Yes, I would. Mm-hmm. So, you know, just talking about that power of manifestation and how important it is. And I guess that wasn't really brief, but I tried.
It's all good. It really is. Yeah.
What say you about manifestation?
Well, I would like to say I have a few just methods that I use. I have a vision board. Mm-hmm. I just write everything on it. I also have an intentional journal that I just like, for instance, when I'm currently working on my credit score. So I just write down the number that I want it to be and I just watch it rise to that. I put it in my mantra every morning that my credit score will be, you know, 680 by February. You know, I'm trying to move. I'm manifesting. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm manifesting my way out of Maryland. You know, I'm just working on that. I also have a gratitude journal. So, and I put that in my prayers as well. I see everything in the shower.
Yes, that part.
Home, you know, when I turn the radio off in the car, man, that moving meditation is the best sometimes. Mm-hmm. Bedtime reprogramming, you know, just I'm no longer, you know, as you say, I'm no longer acting. I am now myself, you know, just reprogram everything that took me outside of myself for that day. A specific thing that I manifested, just being a massage therapist. When I got a birthday package for a year, it was 12-month subscription to a massage therapy, a massage spa, and one time for my birthday. And the first time I went, I was just like, man, everybody should get this experience, right? So I was just like, I'm going to do this. And the next year I was enrolled in school, and before you knew it, I was a massage therapist. So, and let's see, something I guess like something materialistic. Everything, my car. My credit was jacked up. I didn't know how I was going to get a car, and I just wrote it down like, no, I'm going to get a car this week, and I want it to be a Toyota Camry, and I don't want it to be white or red. And I have a blue Toyota Camry, and I leased it through Uber.
Oh, wow.
And then,
Wow.
and actually, ended up buying it because I don't know what happened, but they lost the contract with Enterprise and Exchange Leasing, which was the leasing company, and I was able to buy out the car. So, yes.
Yeah, that's what that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like it
Precisely.
doesn't all the variables that you think are important, they're not important when you're manifesting. Because just like you said, I bought this house with jacked up credit. Nobody should have given me a mortgage. And I had like 2 people trying to give me a mortgage. So you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
that's how important manifestation is.
Yeah.
That was a very long time ago. That was many moons ago, like 14, 15 years ago. But
It's all good. It's all good.
I would like
yeah.
to also recommend this one. It's a 21-day manifestation for women. It's called I Am Affirmation. I listened to that. They recommend 21 days. I think I let you listen to that, Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I am on, man, day 75 now. I've been doing it every day, and I've been swarmed. I have to literally like turn my app off, so I don't. I know I'm no longer accepting clients because everything is just coming in. I started my Zumba classes. I have my
Yeah.
first aid classes started, so everything is just off the ground. And now I'm just like, whoa. You know, I don't have time to do anything, but I have to stop saying what I don't have and just manifest it. You know, we stop our own blessings. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part.
yeah.
Angel, you have to put that in the description box. What is it? It's called
Yes.
20.
21-day manifestation. I am affirmation.
Oh yeah, I'll
Man.
do it.
YouTube.
I'll get it before the
Yeah.
end of at the end of the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Most definitely.
It's only 15 minutes. You can put it on while you're getting dressed, and you just repeat everything that she's saying. I am
Oh,
a millionaire. I am loved. I am loving.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. You know, it's so empowering.
It
So,
is, yes.
mhm.
beautiful. Oh,
Indeed,
that's so
indeed.
Mhm.
love it.
Wow. This was an amazing conversation, and I'm so happy that Kiana actually told me. I don't know why. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing this part.
Well, do
But
you
she,
mind? Let's ask.
I don't know what it is.
you told me that your spiritual journey was to do something like this to get out of your bubble
Yeah,
and
go
do
ahead.
public speaking.
Yes, I do know.
Oh, I remember that.
That part,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes.
So,
I tripped up a lot, but as you can see at the end, now I'm all calm over here. I couldn't even get it out. My mind went completely blank when I couldn't see y'all. Like, no, hold on, wait. So yes, thank you. I do not mind you sharing. Yes, this is a journey that I'm open with. So I'm now this is new as well, accepting help and wisdom, and it's all a beautiful journey that I'm here for. That
yes, that part. Yes, and with that said, as we're nearing the end of the show, last year has been an amazing year. Met amazing people, building relationships, and tapping into self and the magic thereof. And so I guess I'll end it because I have yet to say what I've manifested. And I literally manifested a reading that I had gotten 3 years in 2017. Um, so 2020 has been nothing but manifestation. Literally one after the next. And with that said, one of the readings that I had gotten, well, actually all of them, they said that I would be writing and penning and, and I'm saying to myself back in 17, I was like, I don't do that. What? And I didn't accept it because I didn't see it then. And then after I had my experiences, met Kiana, met a few other people, I was out in nature, and this is what was literally said in 2017. You'll be out in nature, you're gonna meet new people, this, that, and the third, and you're gonna be writing. And I was like, okay. But then when it happened, and then once something just clicked, and I just was like, and just kept in my notes, just, and I'm like, what is this? And then I was like, huh. And then I'm always playing back in my mind things that has happened. My mind is very good for that. I call my mind a filing cabinet. I'll just be able to pull a file and be like, yeah, I remember that. And then I'll put it back, and that part. So with all that said, I am, like I had mentioned earlier in the previous show, penning a book. And I'd asked a friend to help me figure out which one I should read as for a piece to share with the people, so they can get a sense of the book, and to be excited about it, because I am, and to look forward to it. So it's called Truth for the Soul, right? And nothing is by coincidence, and so I'll just read it. I am a soul in flesh. My soul and spirit are one within me. My flesh adorns my soul. Anyone who says that nudity is ungodly is as the social construct of Caesar. God is the soul of you. Cover it up? Why? As a weapon? Ah, that part. Yet the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, for they are mighty through God to the pulling down the strongholds of principalities and darkness. God that is naked does not need weapons. Now, when I make reference to weapons, check it. Anything can be seen as a weapon and weaponized as a threat to your opposition or opponent. Scripture says, put on the full armor of God, yet God never became man. So how do we put on a full armor of God? In the spirit. And when you begin to do that, you find things in nature that is God. Based upon the fact that God created everything in the image and the reflection of God. To where we get the laws: land, air, water, and sun. So as we do our rituals, and you cover your mind, body, and spirit, in spirit, you do also your flesh, for it is just what we know to do. Note that the body paint of ancient form for our spiritual warfare. We adorned our body with paint for battles and wars. So my take, be naked. Yes, thank y'all for participating in the episode of Feminine Melanin Magic. It has been an amazing conversation. And we are all sitting here like ready to go take our rest for the day and dream. And with that,
please subscribe to the channel.
I'm always needing help with that part.
Please subscribe to the channel, if you like what you saw here today, and leave a comment. Yeah. And we're going to put that information about those affirmations so you can get your manifestation on in the nation.
It's
Hey, get it, girl.
It only takes 21 days. You have the power. Let's use it.
Yes.
It is now, what is it? It's a waxing moon right now. Waxing crescent. Yes. So we still have another day to set those intentions.
Yes.
I'm going over to my altar as soon as we get off of here. So please subscribe to the channel. Please.
Right. It was a share. Yes.
Yes.
We have to have you back.
Yes, I would love to come back.
One time deal.
I would love to.
Right.
Yes. Listen, I'm gonna have to get your info, send you a Zumba link so you can
Okay.
dance with us.
Oh yeah. I
Mhm.
gotta get my Zumba on. Okay, I'd love that.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'd love to have you. Well, you go ahead and get that beautiful young man to bed. I'm gonna do the same.
And that we're ending the show, ladies and gentlemen. Peace and love.
Peace.
Peace.
Shalom.